There's a blueprint for a life that actually means something. It's not some random map, but a deliberate design, a way to build a life of purpose, power, and, in the end, a real legacy. So, let's walk through this blueprint together.
We have to start with the hardest truth, the one that clarifies everything else. Now, this quote comes from a place of faith, but it points to a reality that hits every single one of us. Our time here is limited. Thinking about this isn't meant to be dark, not at all. It's actually the very beginning of wisdom. It's the starting gun that tells you to build something that lasts, something that will matter long after you're gone.
Because, really, once you accept that the clock is ticking, this is the only question left. Everything else is just noise. So I'll ask you directly, what are you going to build?
Here it is. This is our blueprint. 5 pillars. You can think of them as the foundation for a life that won't crumble. We're going to go through them one by one, step by step.
This first pillar, well, it's the bedrock. It's what everything else stands on. The great men of the past didn't run from this idea. They were sharpened by it. Knowing your time is short, that's the ultimate motivator.
See, the point is this. That feeling of urgency, that's your fuel. It just burns away all the trivial stuff, the little worries, and it forces you to lock in on what's truly important. When you know you don't have forever, you stop wasting today. All right, let's move to our second pillar. Before you even think about building an empire or leading others, you have to be able to lead yourself. The real war isn't out there in the world. It's fought right here, inside your own mind. This is the first skirmish. You've got habits, impulses, and fears that are running the show from the shadows. Self-awareness is just shining a bright light on all of it, making the unconscious conscious. Why? Because you can't defeat an enemy you don't even know is there.
Now, this looks simple, doesn't it? But this is your training ground. Every single morning, just sit in silence. First, relax your head. Just let the storm of thoughts pass by. Then, relax your heart. Quiet down all the things you want, the things you crave. And finally, relax your body. Just be still. In that quiet, you're not just relaxing. You're learning to listen. You're starting to hear your own true voice, separate from all that chaos.
Okay, once you start getting a handle on your inner world, you have to bring that same order to the outside world. And that, my friend, is the discipline path. And this right here, this is the whole game. It's the difference between being a boy and being a man. A boy just lets life happen to him. He suffers passively. But a man chooses his suffering. He chooses the burn at the gym. He chooses the frustration of learning a hard skill. He suffers on purpose, because he knows that's where strength comes from.
So here's the plan. A real work ethic, that's just the cost of entry. No negotiation there. Your body, it's not for show, it's your armor, so you have to forge it. And maybe most important of all, you have to guard your peace like a fortress. Turn off the news. Walk away from drama. It's poison. There is so much strength to be found in calm.
Now we need to talk about something a little more difficult. You can be disciplined and self-aware, but if you don't understand how the world actually works, you're just going to be a pawn in someone else's game. Just to show you what I mean, let's look at one crucial rule from the masters of strategy. Let's talk about Law 3, which is to conceal your intentions. Look, this is not about being sneaky for your own selfish gain. This is about strategy. If people don't know what you're really after, they can't stop you. You might let them think you're going one way when your real goal is somewhere else entirely. And here's why that matters. A good man who is weak, he's not really good. He's just harmless. He can't stop bad things from happening. To be a truly good man, a protector, you have to be capable. You have to be dangerous to anyone who would try to harm what you love. Strategic thinking isn't evil. It's a tool for defense. So, the shift has to happen in your mind. Stop seeing life as just a bunch of random things happening. It's more like a game of chess. It's time to stop being one of the pieces and start being a player. And that brings us to the final pillar, the whole point of it all. Why do we build this strength, this discipline, this wisdom? We do it to create something that will be here long after we're gone. This is such a powerful idea. If you make your children's lives too easy, if you remove all the risk, you're not helping them, you're making them weak. The best gift you can give to the next generation is the struggle that makes them strong. The little bird that's found dead under the nest, it never learned to fly. So where does a legacy like that begin? Right here.
It doesn't start with your company or your bank account. It starts with the love, the stability, and the honor you build inside your own home. That is the foundation. A strong family, it builds strong children. It's that simple.
And remember this, real strength isn't about being harsh. It's about being gentle. It's not about being unpredictable. It's about being steadfast, reliable. And more than anything, it's about what you give. A boy is always thinking about what he can take from the world. A man is defined by what he gives to it.
So, we end right back where we started, thinking about the end. Your real legacy, it's not going to be the money or the things you leave behind. It'll be the character, the strength, the wisdom that you built inside the people you care about. That's the only thing that really lasts. So the question isn't what will you leave for them, it's what will you leave in them.